The United States has recently deployed a significant number of Switchblade 300 drones, in 600 considered light-flying grenades, to support the Ukrainian army. These drones are being described as light-flying grenades due to their unique capabilities. With their advanced targeting systems and real-time video feeds, they provide a valuable asset to the Ukrainian army in their fight against well-armored Russian tanks. In today's video, we'll delve deeper into the specifications and operational strategies behind these drones. We'll also explore how they fit into the larger context of the conflict. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future updates on this rapidly evolving situation. Now let's get right into it. The Switchblade is a UAV system produced by AeroVironment, an American defense contractor based in Arlington, Virginia. As part of an $800 million military aid package announced in March 2022, the Biden administration pledged to provide Switchblade drones to Ukraine, KIFE. Recently, Russian armed forces personnel filmed the wreckage of what appears to be a Switchblade 600 drone. The video shows that only the rear part of the drone, containing batteries and an electric motor, remained after the impact. In addition to the Switchblade drones, the U.S. included hundreds of other killer drones in a substantial weapons package for Ukraine, which President Joe Biden approved earlier this month. Celeste Wallander, Assistant Secretary of Defense for International Security Affairs, confirmed this during testimony before the House Armed Services Committee. She stated that the drones, referred to as Kamikaze drones, were ordered to aid Ukraine in defending against a potential Russian invasion. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby mentioned that the drones would be delivered to Ukraine soon, but did not provide further details. The decision to supply Ukraine with killer drones, specifically the Switchblade, was made in response to President Vladimir Zelensky's request for assistance from the United States. The U.S. takes Ukraine's request seriously and is committed to supporting its defense capabilities. Lawmakers are pushing for the deployment of additional military equipment, specifically the Switchblade drones, in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. These drones, which have seen limited use by the U.S. military until now, are being hailed as potentially the most effective weapons in combat. While the frequency of the U.S. military's use of killer drones in the battlefield remains uncertain, the Switchblade drones have gained prominence due to their reported success against various Russian military targets. The Switchblade UAVs come in two variants, the Switchblade 300 and the Switchblade 600. The Ukrainian military has already been utilizing the Switchblade 300, which weighs 2.5 kilograms, including the warhead, and has a flight endurance of 15 minutes. This variant is designed for precise strikes against enemy personnel or vulnerable weapon systems, such as mortar launchers or exposed machine gun emplacements. One remarkable feature of the Switchblade 300 is its waved-off capability, which allows operators to adjust the blast radius and minimize collateral damage. For instance, the operator can specify that the drone should only kill the driver of a vehicle, sparing any passengers. AeroVironment, the manufacturer of the Switchblade, claims that the weapon can be waved off up to 2 seconds before impact. In terms of cost, the Switchblade drone is relatively affordable, with estimates placing its price at as low as $6,000. While the drone itself is equipped with cameras, it is often used in conjunction with a mini surveillance drone to enhance battlefield awareness. The two drones are integrated with sensor-to-shooter software, enabling the instant transfer of target coordinates from the surveillance drone to the Switchblade 300. On the other hand, the Switchblade 600, with its extended flight endurance of 40 minutes, can be employed against larger targets, such as armored vehicles, using an anti-armor warhead. This variant does not rely on external surveillance or fire assets, and also possesses the waved-off and recommit capabilities, allowing operators to abort missions and engage the same or different targets multiple times. The ongoing Ukraine war has brought the Switchblade drones into the spotlight, shedding light on their potential effectiveness in combat scenarios. Their precision strikes and ability to minimize collateral damage make them particularly attractive in conflicts where civilian casualties must be avoided. Moreover, the relatively low cost of these drones makes them more accessible, allowing for wider deployment in the field. Advocating for the deployment of Switchblade drones, argue that these unmanned aerial vehicles could significantly bolster Ukraine's military capabilities in its fight against Russian forces. By leveraging the Switchblade's pinpoint accuracy and ability to neutralize specific targets, Ukrainian troops could potentially gain an upper hand in a conflict that has been marked by intense fighting and territorial disputes. However, it is important to note that the use of any military equipment, including drones, must be carefully considered and evaluated. While the Switchblade drones have shown promise in the Ukrainian context, their effectiveness in other theaters of war may vary. Additionally, ethical and legal considerations must be taken into account to ensure that the deployment of these weapons adheres to international humanitarian laws and safeguards against unnecessary harm to civilians. The AeroVironment Switchblade is a miniature loitering munition utilized by various branches of the United States military. It was designed to be small enough to fit in a backpack and can be launched from a tube. Upon reaching its target area, the Switchblade crashes into the intended target while detonating its explosive warhead. The name Switchblade is derived from its unique design feature of spring-loaded wings that are folded inside a tube and deployed upon release. Initially introduced in 2011, the original Switchblade has since been rebranded as the Switchblade 300, with the unveiling of the larger and distinct Switchblade 600 anti-armor variant in 2020. In 2015, an unarmed variant of the Switchblade 300 called the Black Wing was introduced. Following the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, over 700 Switchblade 300 drones were provided to Ukraine as part of an arms package from the United States. These drones were intended to aid Ukraine in its defense against the aggressors. However, the discussion of the Switchblade 600 in Ukraine brings a new dimension to the capabilities that the country could possess. According to retired Lieutenant Jen David, a distinguished figure in the Mitchell Institute, if Ukraine were to acquire UAVs like the MQ-1 Great Eagle and MQ-9 Predator, which the U.S. has in significant numbers in storage, it would bring about a substantial increase in payload capacity, range, and endurance. The MQ-1 Great Eagle and MQ-9 Predator are renowned for their long-range capabilities and extended endurance, able to fly across vast distances and remain airborne for extended periods, often exceeding 24 hours. The addition of these advanced UAVs could potentially revolutionize Ukraine's defensive capabilities. With their increased range and endurance, they would be able to cover the entire expanse of the country and remain on station for prolonged durations. This enhanced surveillance and reconnaissance capability would provide valuable intelligence to Ukrainian forces, allowing them to monitor the situation on the ground, detect hostile movements, and respond swiftly and effectively to potential threats. Furthermore, the enhanced payload capacity of these UAVs would enable Ukraine to deploy a wide range of advanced munitions and engage a variety of targets. This increased flexibility and firepower could prove crucial in countering the armored and mechanized units that the Ukrainian military is likely to face in a conflict scenario. While the arrival of the Switchblade 600 drones in Ukraine, as mentioned by Ukraine's Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov, remains unconfirmed, the potential acquisition of MQ-1 Great Eagle and MQ-9 Predator drones could significantly bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities. These advanced UAVs would provide Ukraine with an unprecedented advantage in terms of situational awareness, strike capability, and deterrence. However, it is important to note that the deployment and utilization of such assets would require extensive training, infrastructure development, and operational integration, ensuring that they are effectively incorporated into Ukraine's existing defense framework. Well, the U.S. Army also awarded AeroVironment a $4.9 million contract on the 29th of July 2011 for the rapid fielding of an unspecified number of Switchblades to forces in Afghanistan. This was followed by an additional $5.1 million added on the 20th of March 2012, bringing the total contract amount to $10 million. The Switchblade is a troop-carried guided missile system designed to address the challenges of responding to enemy ambushes in urban areas. Now, the deployment of Switchblade drones would greatly benefit the Ukrainian army by providing enhanced situational awareness, target engagement, and tactical advantages. These miniature loitering munitions can be swiftly deployed to gather real-time intelligence, monitor enemy movements, and identify potential threats. With their compact size and backpack portability, they offer flexibility in deployment and can be operated in various terrains. Additionally, the Switchblade's ability to engage targets directly provides a precise and effective means of neutralizing threats, particularly armored and mechanized units. By leveraging these capabilities, the Ukrainian army can bolster its defenses, improve decision-making, and effectively respond to hostile actions on the battlefield. That was all for today. Subscribe to the channel and share the video. Thanks for watching.